Proctor left her terminal on. Maybe it holds some sign of who she was working for. Her terminal unsealed the effluvium repository. That's traditionally off limits. Ideal spot to hide something. We should take a look. Used to be brimming with runoff chemical sludge. It's been renovated, I see. Another terminal. Go ahead. You should have the honors. The Proctor's efforts appear part of a larger scheme. Ah, of course. I should have assumed you had a greater purpose here. This whole affair reminded me of the old days. The blood, the secrecy, the calculations and intrigue. Been trying to tell myself I didn't miss it. But in action, I fear, ill suits me. I have some unfinished business I need to get back to. I could use help from an operator like you. Believe my specific skills could benefit your efforts as well. I'd propose a strategic partnership. You help me, I help you. What do you say? Good, good. It's a little crowded here, though, isn't it?
Affirmative. Engaging standby protocols.
Excellent. Well then, I am quite ready to leave this place. So, Abbot Newell sent you to my manufactory to lower tensions with Auntie's choice, I take it. Have you tried talking with them directly? Good, good. For a poor excuse for a scientician and something of a dandy, he isn't entirely poor at his job. The Order has been made out to be in the wrong here. It would be a shame for hostilities to reignite before we find out who's responsible. Suppose you can ask. Sometimes, with purpose. Don't you as well? Do you draw some moral distinction between avenging harm and nipping it in the bud beforehand? Between covert and overt means? When all is said and done, are those in your ledger any less dead than mine? Had a sense you felt that way. We'll see if situations force that to change. Some were proprietary. Often they involved forms of subtle persuasion, others more overt influence. Now and again, more direct means were required. May all our travails add to the equation.
Hello! Conversation is not possible at this or any time.
I realize you didn't receive the most welcome of receptions here. I recognize you've done right by us here today, and I appreciate your efforts.
I've got your numeral. Keep moving.
Perhaps it would be advantageous to... Do you have a specific matter requiring discussion with me that cannot be postponed? I'm rather preoccupied at the moment. That's not... Yes, your assessment is absolutely accurate. Making a final decision over what to prioritize in the construction of this trench, given my current resources, has been a substantially more difficult task than I first estimated. Correct. In this case, standardized algorithms, which includes a Poisson distribution method, using the data we accrued from years of tracking the frequency of different attacks. Unfortunately, I find myself in the extremely unlikely and stressing position of having these algorithms inform me that every type of attack is exactly equally probable, and thus my dilemma. Many, unfortunately. Antis, human soldiery, raptidons, mantisaurs, scrappers, and even wild arachnids. In summary, many and varied. Alas, I lack the resources and time. I appreciate your input, though. Antis forces have pushed us from our initial trench line into our fallback trench, thus making it the new primary trench. Despite the fact that we are currently holding back Anti's forces at the new, more narrow front, this leaves us in the unenviable position of requiring a new fallback trench. That being said, we shouldn't need another trench line. Our analysis shows us that Anti simply lacks the resources to push through the current front line. However, there is a vanishingly slim chance that Antis has more resources in transit outside of the Arcadian system that we simply haven't accounted for yet.
Show your work or shove off.
Please keep your behavior within acceptable parameters.
No reason to reason with you.
I do not believe I've observed you in these trenches before. You are aware that it's a war zone, correct? Halt! Access to that area of this trench line has been restricted to authorized personnel only. It isn't safe, given the rift activity.
That is not your property. Internal records classify you a figure of ill repute, and with a significant backlog of fines.
Allow me, child. I have a familiarity with order procedures. Such an unproductive misuse of time. I request we dispense with this matter in the interests of the equation and all who serve it.
But Yes, quite right. The equation must take precedence. All charges shall hereby be purged from you and your companion's permanent record, to avoid further distraction.
Glad my decades wasted outwitting petty bureaucrats weren't utterly in vain. But let's not overplay that option.
Nancy's choice and ourselves have resulted in notable detrimental effects throughout this region, including but not limited to the loss of fort endurance, sailing of the
Careful wandering the trenches there, stranger. Some board initiates might become confrontations, just to have something to do.
Yeah.
Halt! What is your destination? Leaving with that heading will bring you in direct contact with the fort.
Unit wait. On your command.
Standing by to stupefy.
trailer screwed on crooked? Thought I was safe after avoiding that blast. It seems to have attracted rogue mantisaurs. It never ends. Wish I hadn't lost my lucky pin. Fire!
Guess they're survivors after all. Now, anyway.
My insides, they're on... What's hotter than fire?
What in the scrupulous name of profitable deductibles do you think you're doing? Just who are you, and why are you walking through my triage? Some kind of rocket attack, or maybe an orbital strike. Can't rightly say for sure, but it came from above and hit us hard. Don't suppose you're looking for a way to help? I'm absolutely desperate, and I'm sure I could rustle up some suitable reward if you helped. We need compression coils. The attack left more wounded than I have supplies for, plus a hefty amount of zeranium poisoning. And the coils on our autodocs have worn out. Without them, they can't convert raw materials into the medicaments needed to help the soldiers heal. As many as you can. There's so much more work than I can handle. It's only by getting these 3 defunct autodocs back online that I can hope to save most of these folk. Auntie dropped extra compression coils in pods from orbit to help our advance, but they landed everywhere. Though I heard some are in the no man's land between the battle lines. Many thanks, but please hurry. These folk ain't got much time.
I know I'm not responsible for this, but still feel accountable somehow. I'm all for helping.
Did that blast give me a dunder? Or is some damn stranger walking into my area of operation right after we've been attacked? You got any reason I oughtn't have you shot? Yeah? And what exactly makes you so sure of that? Huh. Interesting. Did he say who he thinks did hit us? Not that it matters, I suppose. Not like we can muster a counterattack or anything. But even if I did believe you, so what? Seriously? You expecting me to ring up Auntie and tell her, hello, Maven of all marketing? Just letting you know that this scrutinization officer says everything's hunky-dory. You've clearly been out in the Dorado sun for too long. Ah, an offer for transaction. Now you're talking my language. Didn't reckon you as someone sympathetic to our ways. But just so happens we might be able to trade services. Normally, I wouldn't admit this kind of weakness. It's bad practice. But I'm really in the squeeze, and you might be useful. Lately, my luck's been right miserable. I got enemy sneak attacks. I got grunts murdering each other. I got unsanctioned power struggles. And it all risks reflecting badly on me. You cut down the number of issues that are vexing me, and I'll send you a word of peace and harmony up the chain. What's good for me is good for you, see? Quid pro quo. Or, if all that sounds like too much work for you, there are other ways to curry my favor. Make me believe your good intentions. Encourage me to take your side. Absolutely. Bits are a bond that buys a broad bevy of believability. Auntie says so herself. They show sincerity, trustworthiness, and a goodly dose of class. That bomb that hit us, it was filled with uranium. So not only did it kill us the good old-fashioned way, it also caused serious poisoning.
My contract medicalist over there is literally up to her elbows in it, her hourly rate is ridiculous, and our damn autodocs have gone on the fritz from the workload. You get her the compression coil she needs to make the autodocs work, and that should cut her billable hours in half, and then I'll send your message.
There's been a murder at one of our forts. Trooper's accused of poisoning her senior officer for some preposterous reason. Problem is, I'm already short on medical specialists. The last thing I can do is waste one for days just to find out if she did or didn't toxify him. Go find out who done it, and I'll send the message you're asking for. This is gonna make no more sense for me saying it than it's gonna make for you hearing it, but apparently, the senior officer at one of my forts is a mantisaur. A real, actual, pincer-faced, carapace-having mantisaur. Not a half-human one, or a psychic one, or a talking one, just a regular old head-munching mantisaur. Anyways, there's some dispute over who his second should be, and he can't exactly decide himself. So go sort it out for me, and I will gladly send your message. Now, you know that's an irrevocable deal, right? As in, please remember it's legally binding, and I will sue you if you fail to get it done. So don't let either of us down.
People are dying, and all he cares about is what he can get out of it. Wish I could say I was surprised.
Please tell me there's a damn good reason you're back. Then why by law are you bothering me now? Come back with a benefit to me, or not at all.
Couldn't help but notice that book collection of yours. Never expected an assassin to be so well read.
I'm not. I keep them on hand as improvised weapons.
This is one of those moments when I can't tell whether or not you're having me over.
Some have complained that sprat mucus, a complete analysis, is too dense, but I found it perfect for inducing cerebral hemorrhaging. Mobilizing. Niles, dear, your relationship with Valerie is just investigating hostile
Get off!
Fordendor sure has fared better than opportunity. Ironic.
Hostilities are afoot. Someone else take the shot. The nutritious Vitals are in the red. Try to limit further damage.
target! I outclass you by every market analyst!
Biding your time!
Loading surplus rounds! Cover me!
I'll liberate your head from your neck!
Changing the...
Are you seeing what I'm seeing right now, Commander?
Proceeding to attack. Investigating hostile intentions.
You strike me as the curious sort, dear. What is your most lettered field of study?
Lettered fields? No. Always been keen
at resorting to violence.
Got eyes on some no-good.
Self-preservation a priority. Damage, Commander.
energy capacitor out. Energy is up for grabs.
Let's see what's causing that.
Reviving me is strategically optimal.
Give the order, and I'll take care of it.
Now for a limited time thing.
How are you so powerful? May have a
I'll handle this.
Call it quits.
Capacitor out. Get it while it's energized. Capacitor unit away. Recharge before it discharges.
Swap it.
I'm not here.
Vitals critical. Don't become a statistic, Commander.
Rolling up my...
Commander, throwing energy your way. preservation a priority.
Let's cut to the combat. Changing mech. From bottom rung. Just at the ready. Grenade set.
Allocating ammunition.
Rusty there, Commander.
Capacitor deployed. Free energy if you can reach it.
Auntie's choice liftoff laxative, and every wash revision with a successful splashdown.
Second time!
Scoping out a hostile.
Mobilizing. Capacitor out.
Where'd them wires
Take the heat off, Commander. Just say whip. Ready to waste them. On your command.
Hostilities are afoot.
Either they have squatters or their decorators should be shot. Or both.
Threat detected.
There best be a stiff bottle waiting for me if I ever manage to make it out of this barrel.
After years...
Oh no, it's... No, 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 no. No, no, I'm really not. There was uranium on my hands when I came in here, and now it's... Why didn't I wash them first? Thanks for the preposterously late advice. How about you leave me to endure my pulpy penury in peace? Whoa, why won't it stop burning?
Sorry about you melting.
Why does it burn so bad? There was parts uranium on my hands when I came in here, and now it's... Why didn't I wash them first? No, I don't think so. I'll just suffer in here for a while longer. Oh, why won't it stop burning?
Sorry about you melting, dear.
You cannot threaten one who welcomes a federation.
Investigating hostile intentions. Catheter deployed. Free energy if you can reach it. Commander, throwing energy your way.
Let me know when you need it to stretch.
Capacitor out. Get it while it's energized.
Give the order, and I'll take care of him, Commander. Bit of a tight squeeze here.
Release me now, you traitors!
That certainly painted a picture.
Hey, you! Let me out of here!
Look at the architect's balls! That was some fine killing! Would have preferred you'd left one or two of those traitorous miscreants for me to sharpen my blade on, but no matter. Serves me right trying to help those sorely lacking in the gray matter. But they rightly paid for their transgression. Betraying someone sent by the exalted leader of the glorious dawn herself warrants a painful death. Name's Azza. You are? We are simply a group of enlightened individuals seeking to spread the truth of the rifts, despite our persecution by those who seek to keep the masses aimless and distraught. The rifts only seem destructive because we are looking at them from the point of view of imperfect, mortal bodies. To be deconstructed by a rift is to be reborn in perfection. The rifts are a device of the architect to hasten humankind's perfection. They reduce whatever comes into contact with them to mathematically perfect information. We are nothing but that information, but we cannot see that because we exist in a chaotic and disordered reality. The universe is decaying, and our efforts to manage it are futile. The rifts are a perfectly ordered phase of existence. No chaos, no striving, no suffering. Peace and unity with the architect themselves.
Ridiculous. The rift's existence is an anomaly, nothing more. Their existence begs for correction.
I see no need to respond to such heresy. You are obviously ill-informed. I have similar business at the N-Ray range. These fools were only part of the contingent that betrayed me. I aim to see them pay the same price, though maybe with more disemboweling. I could use your help there, and I'm sure my particular talents could be of service to you. If you'd deign to take me on, of course. Nothing that will live to regret, but it seems like you've already a full contingent with you.
If you're sure, Commander. But I'd watch myself around this one.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go kill us some traitors. I can't believe I'm surrounded by idiots. Not you, I mean the other idiots. They betrayed not just me, but the exalted leader herself. I was sent on her behalf to help them scavenge for old order technology to further investigate the wonders of the rifts. So, they need to die. Any other questions?
Energy capacitor out. Energy is up for grabs. Look sharp. It's a fight. Capacitor unit away.
Wrist weapon prime. Standing by to stupefy. Capacitor unit away. Recharge before it discharges.
and the matter reflects only a small portion of that radiation. The visible part of that reflection
This place used to be a thriving hub of experimental science.
Sharp enough. Hostiles nearby. Now this is just sloppy. If I wasn't already here to kill all these traitorous fools, I'd be forced to use one or two as an example to the rest.
We can hear those prickly little grub fingers of yours. Bring them close so we can chop them off.
Stop your silliness, fool! The only ones losing body parts around here today are you and your traitorous friends.
0.36 cubed divided by the standard rate of fluid flow, and then you multiply by, is it 30 or, oh, hello.
Look at the state of this poor fool. They just left her bleeding out? Exsanguination is an art. Where's the precision, the pride in their work? This is just embarrassing.
There's a cultist behind you. Wait, surely she isn't with you. Fine. Just please keep her away from me. Architect's mercy, thank you. It is so much easier to be polite when I needn't fear all of my bones sliding out of my body. Oh, dear Archivist Clemens has been so strange lately. So distant, so agitated. And not his normal agitation, mind you. This is something different. Much worse. He's deeper in the facility, working on something he deemed to be of the utmost importance. Either he is still below, continuing said work, or he is quite dead. And with all those cultists gallivanting about, I don't fancy his odds.
Please, with the way my so-called brethren are comporting themselves, he's more likely to die of boredom. If I was in charge here, all of you'd be dead. He soon will be.
Yes. I'm sure you'll kill them quite well. The crazed cultist, people like your friend here, have been sowing destruction throughout the range for days. I've seen few firsthand, but that isn't because they've gone. Rather, I believe they have become visibility deficient. Oh, there's no such thing as invisibility. I can only theorize that their visual forms were sent out of phase when they haphazardly tampered with pressurized N-rays.
Their actions are inexcusable. Science allows us to unveil the wonder of the rifts. We do not disrespect it. Now, is there any science around here we can use to find and kill them?
It's a shame the facility is in shambles. We've an N-ray scanner device that may render the cultists far easier for one to locate. The scanner is an optical device designed to detect electrical signals and the N-rays given off by all living beings. Visible or not, the cultists still give off N-rays. It was stored nearby. But with the damage to the facility, you'll likely need to use the maintenance vent on the wall there behind the screen to get anywhere near it. I appreciate your aid. I'm going to wait here and try to prevent my wounds from reopening.
Consider self-preservation.
was the N-ray scanning device the scientist was talking about.
Everything must be done before it can become
Unfriendly nearby.
when all is complete, all will be accomplished.
Torpificator at ready.
I appreciate your help. Dying makes it so difficult to see the results of your theses. You can use it to see the wires connecting this door to the nearest override panel. Try not to electrocute yourself. I appreciate your aid. I'm going to wait here and try to prevent my wounds from reopening.
do it. Let's get on with the killing.
You've opened the way forward. Very good work.
Combatants are small. Capacitor out. Get it while it's energized.
Intentional.
Leave at once.
Victor, I fully understand the importance of your work. This is exactly why I push you so. Dead, but if and alone, but Victor, I fully dead, but if we and alone, but.
Isolated you from my hand. How dare you hamper my ascension
Enemy
with
spotted. best.
Combat problem. Weapon ready, Commander. Vitals are in the red, Commander.
Look at the sad little sprat in his corrugated metal cage.
Investigating hostile. Energy capacitor out. Energy is up for grabs.
You, friend of a greater ally than any number of fellow scienticians.
establish my holdout, I once again ask you to stop. The path ahead is filled with unseen traps. Whether cultist or wayward scientist, you will be killed. I cannot afford to be. I cannot believe this. How many times must I say only death lies ahead? Observe. You have been is over. Please. Cultists and interlopers breaching my defenses at once? I should have anticipated this. There is but one option left to me. To save Arcadia, to ensure the future, we must both die. The time for talk ends forever!
My fellow Loyalists, it is time. Due to the Earth Directorate operatives' continued meddling, we must increment our timetable by a factor of hours, not days. Accordingly, our forces have taken over the monastery. Those I predetermined to be resilient to reason have been executed. The rest should not cause us trouble. I have locked the lift to prevent the agent from reaching the monastery, but the following code will grant you access. 34145. I will continue my work from here, supplying Augustine with everything she needs for our plan to succeed, and delaying the agent as I'm able to. May the results of our actions today secure a more prosperous tomorrow for our sacred order.
Swear I can't lie low for 20 years without everything in the order falling apart. Well, suppose we better head to the monastery now, yes?
Boy, damn it! We've killed every traitor in this place, but their treasonous scum of a hierarch wasn't among them. The leader of a cell. In this case, that would be Ziegler. And extinguishing him is obviously our next priority. They were operating under his orders. But since he wasn't here to lead them in person, they would have maintained regular contact using one of our communication devices. I saw one of them earlier. We should go see what information it will yield to us. I'll mark your map with its location.
Got a bad feel about this line, hon. Don't like being so exposed.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
What caused the schism between the Protectorate and the Order? The Consul tried to kill presiding bishop.
Grand Agent! Oh, thank good odds and high probabilities you're back. There's been an incident. A rogue faction has taken over the monastery. My seer, Seer Wiley, is trapped up there with other hostages of the Order. To make matters worse, my access code's not working. Without it, I've no way of calling the lift. Peace talks? Yes, Ruth informed me, but how did you learn of them? No one outside a select circle are supposed to be aware they're happening. Representatives of Auntie's Choice and the Order are meeting to discuss an armistice and possible collaboration. It's an unprecedented opportunity to shorten this war. I know I mentioned it before, but compartmentalization is crucial to the success of most of the Order's operations. I wish I could offer more details than that. But I'm afraid I won't be accompanying you. I can't be sure my presence wouldn't alter the outcome of your efforts in prodigious and unforeseen ways. No? How grand! Then we are already in alignment. Once you reach the monastery, make your way to the observatory. If the conspirators are seeking the coordinates of the talks, no doubt their efforts will be concentrated there. Go forth as was determined, and may the plan guide you.
Friends, neighbors.
To get your candy.
That's tobacco. Smoke out tobacco.
While you shelter in Matriarch's mercy, heed the teachings of God.
Behind your back, they make fun of you.
Ruth the Sard is the first among equals of the Laureate Council. She will raise...
Smoke that candy.
As tobacco.
Favorite candy.
It's tobacco.
Our medical experts recommend you buy a box.
As transpired, a massive explosion at Alexandra Monastery in Matriarch's Mercy has sent rocky debris to areas below. As all communications with those inside the monastery have curiously halted, no explanation to the cause for this presently exists. Yet, on a favorable note, this event has positively validated Seer Wiley's...
Raise humanity to perfection.
The aforesaid debris landed in the forewarned areas with an 89.3% accuracy. Regrettably, due to lackadaisical inaction on the part of the assigned administrant, some of the displaced were housed there at the time.
End message with an emphatic sign-off such as, "You'll never be sad when you have solutions."
Please, if only Wiley was here to advise me on what to do.
I assure you these traitors haven't factored us into their equations.
The one Wiley designed,
Ready to
right?
be the hole in their
The
math?
tracking algorithm never misses. Sounds ambitious, even for him. I'd give my 10-year plan hour-long
Since the schism, the Protectorate have rewritten history to exclude our teachings.
My soup is nutritionally calculated to sustain all bodily functions, but it could use a little salt.
So many dead. Places falling apart. If I found a way off this rock, would you...
The Protectorate have... only been told a watered-down revision of Order philosophy. Are you sure that rope can support us?
I am 100% certain that its tensile strength is marginally greater than our supply.
It must be unlocked.
I swear, the more he talks, the more pain it makes me want to inflict on his person.
Nothing occurs without a catalyst. Today, we are that catalyst. The future most aligned with the plan. Hold that belief in your
Threat detected. Go for torpification. Capacitor deployed. Free energy if you can.
Present coordinates yield diminishing returns.
statement with dual meaning. People who hate numbers do not count as much as the rest. Next up, well, the seers among you already know.
It's not enough to say you think so without defending your position. We won't accept a hunch or feeling, an idea based on intuition. Prove it, yes you must prove it, prove it, prove it, prove it, deduce it. A proof is irreducible argument that removes.
Found another one.
Taking proximity.
Fortificator is charged.
Taking cover.
Show us how it works.
Strength in numbers.
What's a basic rule? Let's show how it works. Here's a basic rule. The sum
Time for a quick dip.
always comes out even. A proof, a very proven proof. That is how it works. That's a basic proof. Can you give another one more basic proof? When a triangle exists with an angle that is right, square the shorter side, shorter base and height, the sum of those squares will always be of use as a square from the longest side.
Grand Architect's perspiring brow. If you try to cite the fourth pillar to me, armed conflicts are not the inevitability you are making them out to be, Anya, but rather the result of a populace failing to adhere to scientism's
Anchorites. Be warned. Any conversation with these two.
You're in luck. I just finished my third reread. When we're finished speaking, I'll put it in the collection drawer. But do take care with it. Especially our lives are actually. And outside. And how do you. We're going in circles again. I need the book. And I'd also caution against. I'm sure I have no notion of what you're. Good for him. I do hope no one's been hurt, though. I see. That is. Distressing to hear. Augustine? I will add it has been some. Augustine, apologies, but gossip doesn't fall under our purview. Much appreciated.
Consistency in your work is wonderful. Consistency in playlists is not. Now for a new song.
Those junction boxes look familiar. The N-ray scanner should show how they're wired.
Those who cannot follow the plan will be terminated.
Commander, throwing energy your way. Recharge to mayhem! Proceeding to attack.
The unknown variable!
Shoot the enemy!
You have tuned your receiver to Grand Plan Wireless. We verify before we amplify. Drink this alcohol-free liquor.
The other brands may be 80 proof, but ours has 80 proofs. One printed on each label. Collect and study them all.
From the Order of the Ascendant. Whimsical computational jest 37A. Be like the minus operator and make a difference today. The following song has been determined to facilitate abstract thinking and constructive rumination.
Do not worry when things become complicated. You went to school and studied, then matriculated. There's no need to suffer from perplexity in the face of a source of large complexity. No need for fear, the concept isn't very scary. Complexity is partially imaginary. You can handle it if you stay very wary. We have tools to tame high-order equations. They are useful in problematic occasions. You can take the formula's derivative or use square roots of numbers that are negative. Complexity is partially imaginary. No need for fear, the concept isn't very scary. Complexity Complexity is partially imaginary. You can handle it if you stay very wary. Complexity is partially
Wireless, Arcadia's voice of reason. Until we in the Order solve the universal equation, we won't have all the answers, but for now, Vicar Magsai has most of them. Go on, ask a Vicar. A listener asks, how does prediction work? Well, the intricacies are much too complex for the layperson to grasp, but that's hardly a satisfying answer. Trust Vicar Magsai for a fathomable description that even the shallowest minded among you might absorb.
Always happy to illuminate. We start with a person's life equation, as determined from the extensive questionnaire they filled out at their nearest predictory. Then, we perform a standard surface integration of the equation, leading, of course, to the production of an undetermined constant.
Isn't this fancy? Guessing these are the object orders.
Did the rabbit take a vow of resplendency?
Life prediction equation. We can use additional points to not only validate our model, but also to improve its predictive accuracy. And we can use the resulting integration to predict future life events. And there you go. And in fact, I predicted it. Until next time, keep your queries coming. If you're feeling anxious about what's next, just wait. Things to come have a way of constantly happening. The future is colliding with the present every moment.
And now, more music to perform advanced calculations by.
One thing that you have to know, irrationality is good for the workflow. How can that be? How can that be? Infinite, a measure of mystery, unveils the key to logic's asymmetry. How can that be? How can that be? Irrationality. One thing that you must profess, irrationality is a part of our progress. How can that be? Using part, another without end, evokes a result, correct in that dividend. Accept it, and you can plainly see a positive externality. A positive externality. A positive externality. One thing you can plainly see. Accept it in this infinity. Can it be a positive externality? rational term. Accept it in the calculation. Can it be? Can result in explanations. How can that be? How can that be? How can that be?
So, you decided the crew needed another cutthroat, did you? I don't mean to criticize the faults in your logic, but you realize Asa is a completely inefficient killer, yes? Well, do admit I've always wanted an understudy. Someone to pass on my vast knowledge of calculated murder and mayhem. But Asa? I'm uncertain she's the right choice to inherit it. However, perhaps you see something I yet haven't, and I should keep looking. I'll need to ponder this further. Fair enough. Suppose you have your reasons.
From the Order of the Ascendant. Ever bear in mind, we are molecular machines, our bodies a tuft of atoms, our minds a result of chemical reactions, our lives predestined along paths clear only in retrospect. And now a song from a composer predicted to have 3 well-liked melodies and become allergic to water this year.
Five, 9, 2, 6, 5, 3, 5, 8, 7, 9, 3, 2, 3, 8, 4, 6, 2, 6.
Yeah.
3, 3, 8, 3, 2, 7, 9, 5, 0, 2. 8, 8, 4, 1, 9, 7, 1, 6, 9, 3, 9. 9, 3, 7, 5, 1, 0, 5, 8, 2, 0, 9, 7, 4, 9. How many digits in pi? How many numbers am I? How many digits in pi? How many numbers am I?
Has failed this order and is bringing luminary. And without our intervention, she would make
How
peace
many
with the primitive
digits
minds of
in
ants.
pi? How many numbers am I? 4, 4, 5, 9, 2, 3, 0, 7, 8. 1, 6, 4, 0, 6, 2, 8, 6,
transport agent arrives. I need more time to finish my work, so I've prepared a choice for you. The hostages in the card press before you will die unless you intervene. If you go through the door on the right, leave through the other door, however, and they will die, screaming in abject terror.
As if we'd fall for their stalling tactics just to watch these poor fools die slowly and horribly, mangled like punch cards. What were we talking about again? I prefer to kill my enemies first. Innocent hostage, definitely.
Uranium and you. A brief accounting of this crucial material. Though minute amounts were first discovered in the Beta Draconis system, uranium wasn't found in significant quantities.
Normally, I'd suggest picking the lock on that safe, but it looks to be rigged to that ridiculous puzzle up above.
Lower risk, efficient utilization took time. Uranium in its liquid state is volatile and explosive. In its gaseous form, it is toxiferous to organic material. But in its crystal state, it's practically putty in our hands. Not for the safe, of course. You wouldn't sprinkle uranium crystals on your nutrient bars. It won't kill you on impact.
This must be where they keep the pointless works on existence the anchorites are eager to waste their short lives debating.
With extraction, refinement, and processing, from the harvesting of liquid uranium to grinding of crystals for higher yield. Now, uranium powers everything from laboratories and outposts to craft and weaponry comparatively safely and at a greater ratio than any other known form of fuel. That is all for now. Until next time, keep hail and mind your calculations. Unlike parallel lines, I hope someday we'll meet.
Further beneficial content soon follows. Warning, the following song mentions some actions that are improper, something your fractions should never be.
Placing a fortified coordinate!
I'll find my next fix at high end the hostile.
I'll be it! Position determined. Arrow, get to my target. Followed by detonation. Battle charge in process. Ensconcing! Your possibilities are limited! Re-engaging!
Verifying enemy location. Honing in on possible they're taking under. Obviating.
Find your data. Send in your crew.
No need to converge.
Weapon prime.
The only that's left is public.
I'm in my prime. Indivisible.
Get to the point and do not vacillate.
A possible, unforeseen factor.
Collecting data. A faulty hypothesis. Anomalous outliers. Taking cover.
Elucidate and demonstrate. Get to the point and do not vacillate.
That wasn't the song I was supposed to play. Oh, I forgot to carry the one. Consistency in your work is wonderful. Consistency in playlists is not. Now for a new song.
If I measured every heartbeat and their electrical signals, would I find a value for love or divide my heart by zero? If I input every measure of an intimate
This must be the so-called puzzle they expect us to waste our time on. Looks like it was constructed by a child.
electronic system, would my punch card face rejection? Love does not compute. The variables seem infinite. Love does not compute. It's both clear and ambivalent. Love does not compute. If all matter has mass and thus exerts attraction, could I bear love's weight and measure, or be crushed beneath abstraction? Can I calculate truth or assumption? Where does love fit in a constant function? Love does not compute. The variables seem infinite. Love does not compute. It's both clear and ambivalent. Love does not compute. Love does not compute. Love does not compute. Love does not compute. Love does not
As determined, you're listening to Grand Plan Wireless. For transpiring events, philosophical profundities, informed insight into the future, also music. And now for some ageless wisdom from an academic so in touch with today's inquisitive laypeople youth. Time for Ask a Vicar with Vicar Meg Sci-Fi. The charismatic mathematician is always a popular topic. To wit, a listener asks, what's this about the mathematician and his propensity for questionable ethics?
A bold query.
Unfriendly company.
Predictory post-haste. Stay tuned for what follows. Well, the seers among you already know.
We were once two separate
Can you? Not now, Commander. We've got more important things to do than stand around chatting.
Proceeding forward.
Find my next victor if I am in a hostile.
You are immaterial to advancing the plan.
Your combat proficiency is assuredly marginal.
Look sharp. It's a fight.
With both eyes open.
God's voice of reason. You have questions? Vicar like sci-fi has informed answers, as evidenced by another installment of Ask a Vicar. A listener asks, why am I so bored? I am always bored. In fact, I'm bored now.
An honest question begging for an honest answer. Numerous studies have shown that boredom is inversely proportional to intelligence. Normally, I would suggest a variety of mathematical puzzles and problems to increase your profundication, but I don't see that as the best solution in your case. Instead, I recommend the following. Purchase a small rubber ball and learn to bounce it. Best of luck to you. If you're feeling anxious about what's next, just wait. Things to come have a way of constantly happening. The future is colliding with the present every moment.
And now, more music to perform advanced calculations.
Commander, if we go any further, the hostages will die. The sheer panic on their faces in their last moments must have been exquisite. I wager they never felt so alive.
Start the cycle, here's the cue. It's Fibonacci. Receiving numbers give us graphs that bring us wonders. Define the recurrence relation. Get us to sequence summation. From Liber Abasi. Gazing upon the golden spiral, a part that's quite so vital, arcing in a circle motion, giving squares to perfect quotient, 0, 1, 1, and 7, 2, 3, 5, and 8, and then 13, 21, not 2, 34, we're counting through.
You, already. You were supposed to take at least twice as long to deal with the hostages. Is there anything more grating than a guest who arrives earlier than expected? You mean you ignored them entirely? No. No, the order has been dislocated. What in the architect's computational this? Do not. No, this is some kind of deception. I knew it. Everything you've said, both statement. Riddle me with both, it's all you like. With this reduction device. Think to destroy the You are almost intelligent enough to be dangerous. Source of disturbance. I will restore my life This was not in my predictions. Whoever is left, kill this outlier.
Moving up to improve accuracy.
Narrowing the target.
Advancing break.
Proceeding forward.
Replenishing mechanism.
when we first met. Your eyes pierced
Obviating. I was fewer than before. Target
Navigating toward. Gyro charging process. Proceeding forward.
Testing my hypothesis.
Re-engaging.
Replenishing mechanism.
Your confidence racks.
I'm alive.
Your immediate demise. 29.6% certainty.
when you counted
Try to keep your guts on the inside, Commander. Let's see what's on that terminal he so desperately wanted to give his life to protect.
from chaos to decomposition of this fatal attraction. This fatal attraction. This fatal attraction.
This is Grand Plan Wireless, broadcasting soothing tunes for your audio canal and enriching
What is
content
this?
for your cerebral
If all you
cortex
is going to be hard,
around the
consider this.
chronometer until we achieve ascension. Though our current cordiality with Auntie's remains certain that every department stands united and ready should conflict recommence.
We should get ourselves to those peace talks post-haste, Commander. Wouldn't want to miss out on any of the mayhem and carnage.
Our seamless technology combined with the deft skills of our exemplars. This keen partnership not only forced our rapacious rivals to drop supplies from high orbit, it sent their